talking about approximately 4 in the morning. You can see in the upper right-hand corner of the video, 4:22 a.m.
From my knowledge, there was no type of beef or anything going on. Like I said, we were on the way to our house. We got the call back.
No beef, everybody's just having a good time.
Yeah.
Having a few drinks, is that fair to say? Everybody's having some beer. What kind of alcohol is in there?
Beer, whatever they're serving.
Whatever they're serving. Okay.
I'm gonna stop it again there. You asked what type of alcohol was being what he was drinking that night. Is that accurate?
I did.
And what was his response?
Beer or whatever they were serving.
No, I don't. Very sound. Seems just fine. Any food being served?
Actually, I did get some food.
Okay, what kind of homeowner is there? That you said you're currently out of the house. They are reviewing your video footage right now, and we'll get as soon as possible so we can get information on location. What time do you think you guys got here and came back?
I want to say we got here before 12.
This morning?
Yeah.
At like 12 noon yesterday, right? Okay. Stop serving alcohol sometime?
Yeah, they don't do that.
Okay. When do you think they cut the alcohol off? 2 a.m.-ish?
And Sergeant Leonard, you asked him what time they stopped serving alcohol?
I did.
And what was the answer that he gave you?
He said around 2 a.m.
I'm gonna not play any more of your video. I'm gonna ask you a few more questions. So you stated you were the sergeant on the scene. You came up from a different sector. You were the supervisor on the scene.
I was.
So there were a number of other agents that responded out at that incident.
That's correct.
Are you familiar with Agent Joshua Guerra, who was on the scene?
I am.
Have you had an opportunity to review his police report?
I did.
And did he speak to anyone that said that they were drinking inside of Jumbo's Bar and Grill that night?
Yeah, he went to the hospital with the gunshot wound victim, who also admitted that there had been some alcohol drinking in the bar.
Did you say she drank a shot of liquor at the bar that night?
I have to look at his report.
Your Honor, can I request the witness's recollection?
Shannon, have you got an extra pen?
Yes, that's correct. So they were there for her daughter's 25th birthday, and she had a one shot of liquor.
Thank you. And that was one shot of liquor inside of Jumbo's Bar and Grill?
Correct.
And then, are you also familiar with an agent, Garrett Schroeder?
I am.
Was he on scene the night of June 3rd as well?
He was.
And did he speak with anybody who confirmed being inside of Jumbo's and consuming alcohol?
Yeah, I believe Agent Schroeder spoke some additional witnesses who also admitted to having some drinks inside the bar.
Drinking inside? Okay. Thank you. And did that end your involvement with this matter on that night?
For the most part, yeah.
No further questions for this witness. Ms. Howard?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay. I'm trying to get an understanding. Was you aware that they was at a bar prior to Jumbo's?
I didn't have any of that information at the time.
Okay, so on the video he just showed, he was stating that he was drinking at a bar. You never asked him what bar, and then he said he got there at 4:15. The video is 4:23, so that was the group of people who didn't even get to come inside the establishment. So how did you get that he was talking about Jumbo Sports Bar and Grill, which you never stated, Jumbo Sports Bar and Grill.
Yeah, and it was just referenced, but, you know, it said that bar, as we're making hand motions, you can clearly see I'm moving around in the video, so it was referenced to the bar.
Okay, that's what your assumption, but you didn't ask, so when you really wanna know, the correct answer, you're supposed to ask the correct question and be specific, because if people been drinking, they speak, you know, here and there. You know, if he got there at 4:15.
Objection, compound, and I'm not hearing a question.
Yeah, you'll have an opportunity
Okay,
here
he's-
shortly to testify, Ms. Howard,
Okay.
yourself.
Okay, he's-
This is your time to ask questions.
Okay, so he says that we stopped selling at 2:15, I mean, two o'clock, right,
Correct. Around 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock. So, would you say that he was saying that, the question, is, you would say that he was there at 2 to buy liquor, if he said that he didn't get there till 4:15?
I think in the video he says he got there around midnight and then left around 4, I believe is what he says.
Is that what he said?
I think that's what it says, my body can't be correct.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
Redirect, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
May I redirect?
Yes.
Just because there's been some concern over what was stated by the individual you spoke with, I'm gonna replay a portion of the video. I'm gonna go back to about 14 minutes in. What is he saying there?
He was in the bar from like 12 this morning.
Right around 12? Okay.
12 noon yesterday, right?
And it's faint, but it sounds to me like he says we left before 4 o'clock. So, is that correct?
Yeah, it sounds like that way on the body.
It's a little faint,
It's a little
right?
faint.
But it's your understanding that what he was saying and what you're reporting substantiates is that he arrived at Jumbo's a little bit before midnight and left around 4 a.m.?
That's my understanding, correct?
No further questions.
All right, thank you. Ms. Howard, your turn.
bar and bought liquor from the bar? Is that what he said?
He said he showed up a little bit before midnight, and from midnight till approximately 2 in the morning, he had alcoholic beverages and food. At which point the establishment stopped serving alcohol, and then he left sometime around 4, is how I'm understanding what he told me on my body cam.
So he never stated that he brought liquor from the bar? He just said he consumed liquor?
Inside the bar, yeah.
Okay, but never said that he brought it from the bar?
I don't think he says anything about buying it, but
Okay,
eating
sorry.
and consuming
Okay.
it, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Anything further?
No.
Did we identify this witness by name, sir?
Yeah, his name is Tony. I'd have to look at the report for his last name.
May I approach with this report, Your Honor? Mr. Miller,
Yes,
may I approach?
please.
I misspoke, I'm sorry, it was Ronnie, not Tony. It's Ronnie, is his first name. Ronnie Johnson.
All right, thank you. I don't have any further questions. Either of you have any additional questions?
Just one based off of the question about whether there was service inside the bar. When I was watching the video, Agent Leonard's at about 13 minutes and 25 seconds in, I hear you ask what he was drinking. And am I mistaken in that he stated that he responded, whatever they're serving?
He does say whatever they're serving on my body cam.
That was it, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Howard? Any follow-up?
Wouldn't you think that if he was drinking anything at the bar from us, he would say, oh, I drunk whatever? That doesn't,
It was just objection, speculation, and relevance.
Could you restate the question, ma'am? Ask it again.
so he never told you what we was serving?
I think he talked about beer, and everything else was just whatever you were serving.
You didn't think that he was serving food?
I think he did say you guys were serving food.
Oh, that's it.
Ms. Shake?
Nothing further for this witness, he's released from the city subpoena. Thank you.
Ms. Howard, do you have any further need for this witness?
No, I do not.
All right, sir, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next witness.
City will call Agent Emily Blotsky.
Hi, you look at me. Go ahead and raise your right hand for me. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give before this authority is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? I do. Please state your name, spell your name, and state your position with the city.
Emily Pulaski, EMILY, and I'm a Lakewood police agent.
Thank you.
Good morning, Agent Blotsky. How are you today?
Good morning, I'm doing well, how are you, sir?
All right, thank you. We're here to talk about Jumbo's Bar and Grill today. Are you familiar with this establishment?
I am.
And how are you familiar with them?
I've responded for calls to service there.
More than one, it sounds like?
I believe over the summer I've been to the location a couple of times, I'm not sure the exact number, but at least one significant call there.
I think I'm gonna talk to you about that significant call. Is that on June 3rd, 2023?
Yes,
Were you, called out around 4 in the morning?
yes.
And why were you called out that day?
For shots heard and a possible gunshot wound.
And did you confirm that there was a gunshot wound when you arrived?
Yes, when we arrived on scene, I observed a female laying in the rocks just north of the location near a tree. And Agent Guerra informed me that he found a gunshot wound on her leg, and I observed what appeared to be a wound on her lower left leg.
And did she, was she acknowledging that she had been shot?
I believe so. I was quickly wrapped up by people who approached the scene, and didn't have much interaction with her.
What was the scene like when the other individuals approached?
So there were several agents on scene, and then as agents were trying to tend to the female with the gunshot wound, several people who were not originally on scene when we arrived there, they quickly approached, and the numbers of them just kept increasing, and it was pretty chaotic. They were all yelling, trying to get to the female who agents were trying to give aid to.
And was anyone related to the gunshot wound victim?
Yes, they were all saying that, the female was their mom and that they needed to get to their mom.
So completely understandable if people are a little bit upset at that time.
Definitely.
Definitely understandable. Did you attempt to work with the individuals who are upset because you understood how traumatic it must be for them to see their mother be shot?
Yes, however, it's important that we have them stay away from where she's at so that agents can give aid to her until the fire department can arrive, and then to maintain the scene so that way the fire department can arrive, and provide the further aid that's needed.
And were you able to get the gunshot wound victim, taken care of?
Yes, my job was to, keep the people who were coming up on scene back, so that way other agents could tend to her.
Okay, and, did you speak with a, Dante, Deshay Bumpus that day?
I did,
He, the victim's son?
yes.
And, what was his demeanor like when you first interacted with him?
He was very agitated, would not listen to commands to stay back as agents, were tending to his mom, and wouldn't listen. He told me that he was gonna fight me, and that I'd have to kill him, in order to keep him away from his mom.
But again, he had seen his mother who had just been shot and was pretty excited about that.
Yes, that's right.
What did you speak with that gentleman about what had happened earlier in the evening, or earlier in the, I guess, morning at that point?
Yes.
What did he tell you?
He told me that they were celebrating a family member's birthday at Dumbo Sports Bar and Grill. While he was there, he had 4 shots of Don Julio tequila. And while they were inside the location, there was a group of teenagers under the age of 18 who were drinking,
So he admitted to drinking inside the bar?
yes,
And then he stated that there were people under the age of 21 who were drinking inside.
yes,
Were you aware that on June 3rd, 2023, the liquor license for the Dumbo Bar and Grill had been suspended?
yes,
Is your understanding that nobody should have been consuming alcohol inside the bar on that day?
correct.
After you spoke with, Mr. Bumpus, did you, go into the bar?
I did.
And what was first, what was one of the first things you noticed when you walked in there?
The bar smelled strongly of alcohol.
And so, when you walked in, you could actually smell that there was an alcohol served inside?
Yes.
And did you see any other evidence inside of the consumption of alcohol?
There were several bottles of open liquor. One I remember was a whiskey bottle, and the other one was triple sec.
Did you have a body camera on you that night?
Yes,
Did it record your interactions with Mr. Bumpus?
yes.
I'd like to play some of that video for you tonight. I'm gonna play it from the start.
just to give a picture of what the scene was like, and then we're gonna jump ahead in time a little bit, okay? This is City Exhibit 2.
Get out of here. Straight get out of here. Please. Please get me out of here.
What are you guys doing? Hey, stop running! Just step back where you're at. Okay, that's we're taking care of her right now?
That's my mom. That's my mom. No, bro.
You guys see?
Mom, I gotta breathe. Breathe, Mom. No, bro. Mom,
Hey, no, you have to.
no, I gotta talk to my mom. Mom, breathe.
Okay.
What happened to my mom, bro?
Okay.
Mom, breathe.
You guys have to stay home right now?
Mom, breathe. Mom. You okay, Mom? Breathe. Breathe.
Hawaii, where are you at? Stay calm. You have to stay calm. Stay
You
calm.
guys have to stay over here. We're working on this right now, okay?
Mom, breathe.
They're
Bro, stop screaming, bro. Breathe. No, bro,
Hawaii, she's okay.
You gotta stay back. No, you gotta stay back. You gotta stay back. Stop.
Bro, that's my mom. Who the fuck that?
It doesn't.
Respectfully,
Stop.
I don't care. Nigga, what do you mean? Nigga, that was your mom. What are you saying?
I understand
What the
how
fuck are you saying to me?
Stop.
What are you saying to me? I want my mom.
You're gonna go home if you don't stop.
Kill me. I'm out. Breathe out. That's my mom. Bro, give me my motherfucking. Give me my motherfucking mom. Nigga, come here. Come here. Come here. Don't touch me. Mom good. If that was their mom, what you gonna do? Respect yourself. Let me respect you. So walk me to my mom, and I won't be aggressive. No, that's disrespectful. Nigga, if your mom was in this situation, what do you want somebody to do?
It's not happening right now. We are
That's
trying.
disrespectful, nigga. The fuck
That's
is
just
you
the way it
saying,
is.
nigga? What are you saying to me, nigga? Nigga? The fuck, nigga? I'll let you niggas talk to me. No, you're not gonna ever get
Her daughter wants to talk to her.
You gotta give it a minute, right?
Give me my mom.
Until we see the control, then you guys stop what you're
give a
doing.
fuck.
Fire cannot come on here until you control what's happening.
Nigga, I'll let you niggas pop me. I'll let y'all pop me, nigga. Let me hold my mom. Let me hold my mom. That's me. Let me hold my mom. Or pop me. What the fuck do you mean? That's my mom over here, nigga.
Okay, fire is coming on
That's
me.
disrespectful.
You guys need to stay back.
Y'all saying your dad disrespectful? Y'all gonna tell me your dad disrespectful? Nigga, no, don't touch me. That's my mom. Don't fucking tell me I can't grab my mom. The fuck, nigga? The fuck is y'all saying, nigga? I'm not gonna do nothing disrespectful, but I want my mom in my hands, nigga, because that's who birthed me. Who, did y'all? Did you give me birth? Then what the fuck is you saying, nigga? You can't tell me nothing, nigga. Oh God, nigga. I ain't being disrespectful.
And is the gentleman in the white Air Jordan shirt, is that Mr. Bumpus?
Yes.
Safe to say he's upset.
Yes.
Again, his mom's been shot. Nobody blames him for being angry, but it was a chaotic scene for you.
Correct.
Did he eventually calm down?
Yes.
And is that when you were able to kind of discuss the alcohol consumption inside the bar?
Yes.
Were you able to note any indicia of intoxication on Mr. Bumpus when you were speaking with him?
Yeah, his words were slurred and I could smell alcohol coming from his breath.
I'm gonna move ahead here to about 13 minutes and 50 seconds into your body camera video.
I'm so injured because last time you got hit by ambulance, right? Me and my brother, bro. And then here we go again. We just trying to enjoy ourselves, you know what I'm saying?
Where were you enjoying yourselves at?
Right here, fucking whatever, what the fuck ever this is.
At Jumbo's? Were you guys drinking there tonight?
Huh?
Were you drinking there tonight?
Yeah, it's my brother's birthday, you know?
It sounded like you asked him if he had been drinking at Jumbo's that night,
Yes.
and he admitted it in the affirmative.
Yes.
Last week,
How much time you had to drink tonight?
me?
Yeah.
I had 4 shots.
You had 4
But
shots
I
of what?
literally been smoking marijuana.
Okay.
So, like, I feel like it's because I lost my dad. I lost my father
Yeah.
not even 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
So can't nobody give shit back to me.
I gotcha.
I'm not being disrespectful, I'm being overly mindful.
I'm gonna jump ahead again here just for efficiency's sake. We're gonna go to about 20 minutes and 30 seconds in.
Is this. Mom came out here because it's my little sister Hawaii's birthday.
Okay.
In the midst of us chilling, we were cool. People were extra influenced. I'm not gonna lie, at this point, I am a.
It sounded like he said that people were extra influenced.
Yes.
Did you take that to mean that people inside of Jumbo's were extra influenced?
Yes.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, because I know you're here.